Okay. Now, activate the ad.
My trap card?
Trap card.
For some, it is a trap card.
Magic cylinder. Mirror force. Tried to name as many classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap cards as I can remember off the top of my head.
Trap hole.
My favorite was always Draining Shield.
Oh, trap hole, draining shield. Oh yeah, that's right.
Draining Shield is such a middle finger.
Yes, it is.
As is
That
Magic
was from-
Cylinder, but
That was from Yu-Gi-Oh! DX, right? That was the general era that card's from.
you just combined 5Ds and GX.
Oh my god, do you want to know why? Do you want to know why that happened?
Sure.
Because recently I've rediscovered a YouTube channel that does phenomenal, like, they recreate the music from the Pokemon games with such accuracy, I sometimes am convinced they literally just uploaded the soundtrack. It's super scarily accurate, but no, they make it themselves. And I listened on loop for a bit yesterday to the Pokemon XD soundtrack. And in my head, I went to go say Yu-Gi-Oh! XD, and I said, no, that's wrong. I switched the letters. It's DX.
Amazing. You did
So,
it.
yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so nerdy, I out-nerded myself.
Sure did.
So anyway. How's it going, everybody?
Oh, we're live. You know, you think you might have mentioned that, like, at any point in time
are
during
we?
that rant?
I did, in fact, when I said I'm going to activate the ad was activated, and I went live.
I did not hear you say that.
See, I heard you say that. I did not put two and two together. Welcome, everybody, to session 16 of the campaign known as Toby and Friends. I'm Kyle, your GM.
Blah said Fugui.
I'm Diamond.
Yay, you're back. And
I
I'm Wombat. Finding increasingly silly ways to say my own name with each session.
Eventually, we're going to have to just, at the end of this campaign, put a compilation together of every way you've said your name in an intro and outro.
It's usually some variation on Wambit or Wombat or Wambate.
I don't know. I think it'd be amusing to hear you say your name strange for about a minute straight.
Maybe so.
You have weird tastes, Kyle.
What?
Pretty standard shit
You're,
posting.
I know your list of interests, and I'm the strange one? Get...
Well, the grass is always stranger on the other side.
I mean, I guess.
See, here's the problem. I can never win an argument with someone like Blah, because there is just... I argue in good faith with the idea that I could be wrong, and he just, in his own mind, is never wrong. So I can never win. Am I wrong, Blah?
Possibly.
You picked about the only answer that... Because if you said no, or yes, you confirmed that I was correct in some way and thus I won. But by saying possibly, you picked the only possible answer.
Nice.
I'm a professional.
You can't win.
I accept this fact. Anyway, last time on Toby and Friends, we don't need to discuss what happened last time.
Why not, Kyle? You still giving out inspiration for recaps?
Oh, actually, not this time. No, actually, you know what? Do you want to give a recap of last session for a point of inspiration?
Not really. I was just saying that as a joke.
All right. Well, long story short, last time they left Reflection Cave, and Mona ran smack dab into Mina, the believe it or not, accidentally named best friend from her childhood. That was a random name, I swear. It came to everybody's attention that Mona hadn't actually said goodbye to anybody when she just up and left her home to go on her journey. So Mina was simultaneously relieved and angry to see her. In fact, claiming that the only reason she knew that Mona was okay was because she saw her on the internet being a meme.
Once again, Mona's meme hood ends up putting her in a better spot than without.
Somehow, yes. Mina then invited everybody back to her home, proceeding to give Mona shit about what she did the entire way. And just as everybody was getting settled in at home, or at Mina's house, I believe Toby was sitting on the couch, totally not eavesdropping on Mona and Mina's conversation. And I believe Paprika was washing the dishes.
Yeah.
All right. Mina suddenly challenged Mona to a battle. They go out to the backyard, and all of a sudden, a somewhat injured Clover runs up onto the scene in a panic. Clover being one of the younger children from the Mystic Tribe that Mona is a part of, saying that the tribe is being attacked by some people, and came to Mina to try and get help. The group then goes to the Mystic camp and discover those evil thugs that they have been finding all throughout this campaign, including the guy with the mask who wandered off towards the beach and left them to his minions. And then stuff happened that is clearly not important.
A very long encounter full of bad luck.
A very long encounter full of bad luck, and I got pretty salty. That is for sure. It's weird how certain minor things like that can be the culmination of all the stress you've been experiencing over a couple months, and then that's the breaking point right there for me. I was not having a good time with how poorly I was rolling that session, but I did give you guys a heart attack a couple times, and in hindsight, I'm okay with that. But anyway, yeah, you guys soundly defeated this group of thugs, gained a metric shit ton of experience as a result, and then ran down to the beach to discover the Mystic Tribe, kind of in a protective semicircle around the weaker members, and none of the thugs in sight. I think I got everything, right?
And Toby got KO'd again.
Toby got KO'd again, but, you know, grass is green, sky is blue, Toby gets KO'd in combat a lot, you know.
My poor baby.
Excellent. So, should we get music queued up?
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I will apologize. This session is going to be a bit, I don't know. A lot of this, I like to plan this out a bit more. I feel like every time I get ready for like a RP heavy session, I'm putting less and less planning into it just because of time constraints and effort constraints. So yeah, bear with me. I think it'll all be fine, but you know.
I trust you.
This was the first thing that popped up on my videos list, so this is what we're getting first because screw it.
Oh boy.
Sure.
I don't know if this is appropriate.
It seems oddly combative. It might fit.
Tired.
Who knows?
Whoa.
I'm tired.
Kyle's voice is like going through a phaser or something.
It is.
I did. What?
It is.
It was for a moment.
Oh, okay then.
I think it's good now. Weird. Alright, sorry, continue.
Hey. So we're gonna pick up where last session left off. Unfortunately, we weren't able to finish this because that combat just all of us were tired. So you have rushed from the Mystic Village to the beach, which is roughly 15 minutes away. You've gotten there. There are no signs of the thugs. The Elder is looks worse for wear, but he's fine. There's some other members kind of attending to him. All other notable people amongst the crowd, you see your mother and father there as well.
All right. So, stumble onto the beach. I kind of look around. The site is a little bit bewildering to me because, you know, it's been ages, and of course it was kind of an awkward. It's kind of an awkward leave. But after a moment, Mona composes herself and asks, "Is everyone all right?"
So, at the sound of another voice, everybody in the tribe that wasn't on the outer perimeter and hadn't already seen you looks over at kind of like to take stock of the situation, not sure whether it's friend or foe. And they see you. What's the general reaction from the Mystic Tribe when they see you?
Seems like a DM thing.
Yeah, that was not a question I was expecting.
Well, okay. All right. I guess I was gonna give you the opportunity to. This is the problem when you don't make your own backstory. Okay. Okay. Better question. I know how the leadership in the tribe viewed you. How did everybody else in the tribe view Mona?
I mean, I guess it. Well, all right. I imagine pretty much everyone else took the whole mystic thing seriously, and seeing Mona not doing that probably made them a little bit resentful.
Right. Okay. So a bunch of people turn around to see you, and they're all pretty surprised, given that you just kind of were not there one day. And they're not exactly sure what to think yet. They're kind of just looking at you, not really in awe, but kind of waiting to see more before they give a reaction.
Harry?
That's a good word in the English language that covers my last two sentences.
I know that feel.
There is an awkward silence.
Oh, there is very much an awkward silence.
Alright, now don't everyone cheer for my grand return at once.
You see some of the older members in the crowd kind of like scoff and go back to whatever they were doing, tending to anybody who was slightly injured or anything like that. You don't see anything major, but they're busying themselves with ignoring you. The younger it goes, the more they tend to still be wary, haven't quite made up their minds yet. but eventually your mother and father break formation and approach you. As they're approaching, are you gonna say something first, or are they gonna be the first ones to say something?
She's probably gonna wait for them to say something.
So your mother gets like one word in, like Mona, and then your father cuts her off, pointing at the two people next to you. Who are they?
I mean, they're just some friends. Why does that matter?
You know the rule about outsiders. Mona, do you know the rule about outsiders?
Do I know the rule about outsiders?
Give me an intelligence check.
Good, I'll let the dice decide.
So,
Fantastic.
you have spent a good majority of your life rejecting the rules of the Mystic Tribe, their ways. You've obviously had a bit of a revisited some of those thoughts and are compromising, given your recent forays into meditating. There we go. And from the back of your mind, somewhere that has been long repressed because you just don't care, the answer comes to you. You are never supposed to bring outsiders to the tribe. Unless they are sworn to giving up their, technological possessions and joining the tribe outright, which is maybe seen once in your life, you're never supposed to bring outsiders to the tribe.
Right. This recollection kind of hits me like a ton of bricks, and I'm like, okay. Do you not realize what just happened? Like, people's lives were in danger. We helped you. What does it matter? Some silly tradition.
Silly tradition has your journey taught you nothing. Absolutely nothing. Tradition is what is important, Harmony.
Don't. She kind of starts to protest, but stops herself. Takes a deep breath. Whatever.
Your father gives you this very disapproving glare at your dismissal of his point. Well,
what do you want me to do? You want me to leave?
this is what I meant about the unpolished part. I really do apologize.
This is fine. This is about as awkward as I expected it to be.
Realistic.
The silence goes on for a bit, and your mother again goes to say something to you, and again gets like halfway through your name, Harmony, and your father says, "You know what? Yes, you're not supposed to be back here yet. Just go. Invest for everybody. You just left."
Alright, fine. Maybe next time the village is in danger, you won't be getting any help from me. And Mona turns around and starts to storm off.
As you go to leave, your mother kind of like grabs you on your shoulder, not aggressively, and addresses you. Do you turn around and look at her as she does?
Yeah. Just she kind of stops, sighs, and then turns around.
So your mother takes both of your hands in hers and looks you dead in the eyes and says, "Your father is right, you know. We have rules for a reason.
Dumb reason.
But, as she says this, a sensation washes over you, and you've experienced this a couple of times, and it's very similar to the feeling that you get when you're channeling a Pokemon. But the feeling that is washing over you is directly in contrast with the words your mother is speaking out loud. And
How so?
Her words and her tone are very critical and disapproving. But the emotions that are being pushed to you are those of approval and acceptance.
Aww.
And after saying that, she steps back and allows you to go. So
That?
mystics have some strange capabilities, and I thought that that sort of thing was perfectly in line with what they could do.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I would imagine Toby has similar abilities as well.
Yes, she's an empath. I think she can only do it with people or Pokemon she's close to, though.
Possibly. If it ever becomes relevant, we can discuss that. But yes, congratulations. You can tell people how you're feeling without even speaking.
Anyway, yeah, Mona is a little bit caught off guard by this. Kind of looks down for a moment, then looks up, gives her mom a slight smile, just, understanding, and turns around again.
And you leave. Is that correct?
Yes.
That has been session 15 of the campaign known as Toby and Friends. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah. All right. So that is where session 15 was intended to end. It obviously didn't end that way, but it made sense.
Right,
So
yeah.
that being said, we will actually be starting this portion of the session with Toby's backstory.
All right, flashback. I'm also going to make these guys stop flashing. Should I heal my Pokemon or not?
Pokemon will be healed.
Okay, trainers?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so
Okay.
I can just heal her.
Yes. So, this is the other part that I wish I had planned a bit more, but I definitely planned it more than what we just saw, so we should be okay. Oh, man. Working 58 hours a week is
Lord
thing.
time. We did tell you that you could take a break if you weren't feeling up to a session this
No,
week.
I wanted to do this. I want to do this. It's just that there are certain aspects of my creativity that kind of get blocked at like the 50-hour mark of work in a week. And this is where I'm seeing it the most. It's RP, which I have the least amount of experience with compared to everybody else.
And that makes sense.
Yes. So I didn't want to stop that from all the other fun I could get out of this session. I just feel the need to preface it like, yeah. because I want to do this justice. I really do. So if I slip up, just forgive me.
It's all good.
But anyway,
Not exactly expecting Shakespeare here.
I feel like Shakespeare would set a wildly inappropriate tone. So
Honestly, yeah. Dick jokes everywhere.
oh. The scene opens with Toby as a very young child. We're talking, I don't know, age 5 sound about right?
Like, old enough to be a person, but young enough to still be a little kid.
You heard it here first. If you're under the age of 5, you are not a person.
If you've spoken to kids, you know what I mean.
I 100% know what you mean. I just find it hysterical. So, Toby, why don't you, or, well, Wombat, why don't you give us a quick walkthrough of all the important parts of Toby's room?
Okay, so right now, where Toby is the pillow pile, where her parents kind of noticed that even though she has a comfy chair and a couch and a bed, she would take her various books and stuff and just kind of lounge wherever she wanted on the floor. So they gave her a bunch of pillows, and now she has like a pile she can hang out in, and a bunch of reading material. At this point, it's more like picture books, coloring books, stuff like that. She has a nice big couch where she can watch her, of course, large screen TV because, you know, rich people. And she has a nice walk-in closet and her own bathroom because rich people. But her favorite place is the pillow pile. So yeah. At this point in her life, she's got bookcases, but mostly it's full of like her parents' stuff that they just like put there because it's extra storage space. She's not using it yet. She's a little kid. But yeah.
Excellent. Yes. Also, you can't forget the stacks of books.
Oh yeah. I mentioned at this point she's too young to really be reading that voraciously, but she's definitely got like coloring books and picture books and stuff.
Exactly. So, it is on this day, a day like any other, when there is a knock on the door. This grand French door style doors that lead into her bedroom.
What?
Sorry, you cut out. What was that?
Who is it?
Toby, it's me, your father.
Oh,
Obviously wouldn't
hi.
specify that, but you get the point.
Okay.
Can I come in?
Daddy, yeah, come in.
She's like moves to the edge of her pillow pile, but she's still like immersed in the pillows.
Sprites have failed me again.
Oh
The
no.
sprites have failed me again.
Oh, he's a professional athlete. That makes perfect sense.
I mean, it would. But Kyle and I have already established what her parents do.
Yes. How about this? Why don't you enlighten us about what your parents do?
Okay, I don't remember if we specified what kind of company it is.
We did.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Oh. They are business owners, basically, of the wealthy sort. They're kind of in the same league as Silphco and Devon Corporation. Not quite as big, but certainly big enough to, like, be well known. And
Yes.
they focus on like having a smaller area of influence, but really working on the quality of their products.
Exactly. So the one thing we forgot was to actually name the company.
Yep. I had no
Um,
idea.
But her father and mother currently run the Silphco is kind of like a global brand. This company is the Kalos exclusive local brand for manufacturing Pokeballs and other various related, Pokemon related technology. They are again smaller than Silphco, but they focus most of their efforts on the Kalos region, so they're able to hold their own in the market. Your father does make an effort to, a concentrated effort to stop by whenever he's home. That is somewhat infrequent, and he's sometimes back for 2 weeks and then gone for 4. But he's been back for a couple days at this point. You're not sure when he'll leave again, but, he's here. And as he enters the door, he's a very tall man, broad-shouldered. He's very, very, tall, well-built.
He's very, I'm sorry.
Not overly athletic, but just,
Gotcha.
And he walks through the door. Sorry?
He goes to the gym.
Yes. He walks through the door, and in his arms is an exquisitely wrapped gift box.
Toby's immediately like,
Sorry, we needed music.
I forgot to put it on loop again. So.
We do need music. And as you rush up to him, he kind of like holds the present out of your reach and is like, what do we do first?
Please?
Well, yes, but he then leans down a bit and kind of like opens his arms for a hug.
Oh!
she giggles and rushes into his arms and like throws her arms around his neck in that cute little kid way.
Oh yeah, and he picks you up effortlessly and does like one of those like, very classic spinning hug sort of things. And then
That's adorable.
After sufficiently loving his daughter, puts you back down and then says, "Come on, let's go open this on the couch."
She tries to scramble over the back, realizes that's not happening, and finally goes around, but she very energetically.
Yes, he 100% does that exact same thing, except, actually can get over the couch.
That's adorable.
Yes, despite being essentially a CEO, he likes not to take life too seriously.
That's perfect.
And he hands you this box.
So Toby turns it around and examines it from various angles and pokes and prods, and then finally she just rips at the paper.
And you open the box, and it is a grouping of DVDs for, I don't know, what animated show do you think that this is for?
Let's see. It's like one of those, the anime for younger kids. It's like, kind of the sort of thing that 4Kids used to aim for.
Oh,
It's like, maybe not the best quality. It's kind of a,
Oh god, it's Sonic.
it's a cheesy dub. Oh my god.
I was just about to suggest that.
Oh my god.
Or I only know of this because of one video. I believe they did a dub of a show called, what was it, Magical Do Re Mi or something?
Huh.
Yeah, basically,
If you've seen the intro to that show, yeah, this is 100% the sort of thing.
oh my god. It is that caliber, but it's like, it is Toby's first anime, and she immediately hops over and puts it in the TV, and she loves it.
Does she even make it back to the couch, or is she just standing up at the screen the entire time?
She heads back to the couch, but then plops down on the ground in front of it.
Perfectly good couch right here. Always chooses the floor.
She's like at her dad's feet.
Oh, yeah, and
Yeah.
despite being a man in his 30s, he sits down and watches this with as much enthusiasm that only a dad could muster, as you two enjoy some quality time while he's off of work.
So we watch like an episode or two. Like, I'd say we watch a few episodes, and then Toby's like, "Wow, this is really excellent. Thank you so much, Daddy." And she's like, "I want to watch more stuff like this. This is great."
Of course, I'll keep my eyes peeled for anything else. But he is definitely ecstatic to see you so invested in something he has gotten for you.
Aww, that is so sweet.
So
definitely the rest of the day, even after her dad goes back to whatever he was doing, she just spends watching this thing all the way through, or as much as she can before she falls asleep. Because she's a babby.
So scene change. A couple years pass. Toby has now been going to school pretty regularly for several years now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually a bit of a special day because it was her first day of middle school. Pretty significant time skip, but
oh no.
that has happened. What is Toby feeling? What's Toby doing after her first day of middle school?
She is under the covers on her bed, her backpack kind of flung into a corner, and she is clinging to one of her many stuffed animals. This one is a chibified version of one of her favorite anime characters. But like, that's not what she's worried about right now. Is she's just clinging to it and under the covers and just not dealing with anything outside.
What has happened to Toby to leave her in such a state?
Well, I don't know how middle school was for all of you guys, but for many of us it is hell, and for poor Toby, coming straight from elementary school where everyone was super excited about anime, everyone had trading cards for all the coolest, hottest anime, and like, everyone always liked to play make-believe in the schoolyard and, like, be the various characters. Like, from that environment, she went to middle school, where suddenly she's being ridiculed for still being so fully invested in what these people call kids shows, or, like, kiddie things. Like, she had her deck of trading cards taken away by one kid, and other kids just picked on her verbally, and it was just, she's shocked that for some reason, school is so different now. And kids are just like not interested in anime anymore. And she's debating whether there's something wrong with her that she's still interested in anime when everyone else isn't.
And I imagine that you definitely spend a long time just sitting there under the covers, not feeling great at all.
Yeah.
And I imagine you probably even skipped dinner. This has been a real shock to you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And sometime you've probably fallen asleep and woken up, but it's very late at night. And you hear another knock on your door. And at this hour, that's very uncommon. But kind of without waiting for a response.
Yeah, there is no response.
Your father and mother both enter, and this is interesting, or this is particularly unusual because they were both out on business trips.
Oh, wow.
But now they're both here. And your mother rushes ahead of your father and sits down on the edge of your bed and kind of just holds you comfortingly.
Yeah, Toby leans into that. She doesn't say anything, but she leans into her mom's comforting embrace.
And your father's on the other side and says, "So, Arthur informed us, Arthur being the head butler,
Yes.
that ever since you went to school today, you were very distraught, and we found out why, and that's just unacceptable. We're not going to tolerate that type of behavior from other children around you. We think it's for the best that we homeschool you from now on, so you don't have to deal with that anymore."
Okay. Like, Toby doesn't even really think before responding. She doesn't have any opinion on it. She's just like, okay.
And there's not many other words exchanged, but they stay with you until you're asleep. And at least for now, I think you feel a little bit better about things.
A little bit.
A little bit. But these things take time.
Hmm.
It's several months later. Maybe we're talking about the halfway point of the school year. And you're sitting at your desk while one of your private tutors is wrapping up once another math lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why we define a line as y equals mx plus b. Do you have any questions?
Figure out that works like that.
That's a pretty good question, but some fantastic mathematicians spent a great deal of time, and she gets halfway through the explanation, and a phone alarm goes off. And she goes, I guess that means it's time for lunch. We can pick this up next time, tomorrow?
Cute. I'll see you tomorrow, Miss Fry.
You're quite welcome, Toby. And Miss Fry, after giving a reassuring smile, exits your room. And a couple moments later is replaced by Arthur, who is the head butler.
Nice sprite
This
choice.
man. Oh, thank you. This man's hair is halfway between white and black. Here, he's obviously his hair is starting to gray, but he's still got some youth left in him. And he enters the room, and the second he does, you know what he is carrying with him because it is the smell of your favorite lunch.
Ooh.
What is that?
Really putting me on the spot here. I hardly know what my favorite food is besides sushi.
I love how this is the part that puts you on the spot.
I mean, I'm good at knowing my characters. I'm not so good at the smaller stuff.
I feel you
I'd
there.
say ramen probably. It's something that she
Great
tried.
choice.
She tried after seeing it in an anime, of course, and then discovered that, oh my god, this is actually really excellent. Like genuine ramen. They get it brought in from a really good restaurant.
Oh, of course. And it is, honestly, it is nothing but the best. The kitchen, because of course you guys have a cooking staff in the mansion,
Sure.
have been made well aware of your that you're a fan of ramen and strive to make sure that they never give you the same variety of ramen twice in a row.
Nice.
They make sure that the variety, they source it from different high quality establishments every single time, all the ingredients and all that. So this today, it is something a bit more basic, but still tonketsu ramen is phenomenal.
God, I'm hungry now.
I'm hungry now too, trust me.
Didn't you just eat Wombat?
I did, but I ate a sandwich, not ramen, and I want ramen. Oh,
And-
ramen.
Arthur walks up to your desk and with the balance that only a professional butler could have, balances this massive tray in one hand and clears your desk for you, rearranging all of your school supplies expertly before presenting you with your lunch.
Damn.
And yep.
Ooh, it's Toketsu ramen today. Thank you, Arthur.
No problem, mistress. If you don't mind me asking, are you feeling all right? You've seemed a bit off recently, and I'm concerned for you. That's all.
Ian.
Well, I've noticed that you haven't had any of your friends over recently. It has been a while. Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah. I guess we kind of grew apart. I don't know. They're all in middle school now, and they've made other friends, and yeah. It's okay, though. I have all of you guys, all the staff here, and I have my shows to watch and books to read, and all my really nice tutors. I'm okay.
Well, I'm glad that you consider us all friends, mistress, but maybe it's for... I don't know. Maybe you're okay, but I think you could use some friends. I'll see what I can do about that.
You.
Um,
That's really nice of you to worry about me.
of course, it's my job after all. And Arthur is essentially your father when your father isn't here.
Aw.
He takes especially good care of you and manages all the activities that go on in the mansion. And he definitely cares for you like one of his own. And with that all said, he bows to you and leaves with you to eat your lunch. And of course, there is likely a computer on your desk, and there is likely an anime queued up on it.
Oh, you better believe it. Yes, Toby has recently discovered this wonderful anime called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which is all about a small town police station and their travails in solving strange and fascinating mysteries. And it's a fairly new show. There's only like a couple of seasons so far, but she's definitely excited to see where it goes, and she's absolutely loving it so far.
I mean, yeah, you got to give it the 3-episode test. I mean, that's just what you do.
Mhm.
So as you tuck in to your bowl of ramen
Oh.
and sit down to watch a show that will one day become your favorite anime, things feel only slightly off. And maybe that's okay for now.
Yeah.
The scene cuts to essentially the exact same scene, but the seasons have changed. It's summer now. It's essentially been a year since you've been out of school there. And there is a different variety of ramen in front of you. And there is a different episode of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon queued up. They just released season 5. Episode 1, there's a lot of anticipation.
Oh yeah.
But it's been a year now since you've been in school. How are you feeling?
Toby's kind of like fallen into a routine at this point. She very rarely leaves her room because there's no need to leave her room. Because, everything she needs is right here or is like the ring of a bell away. And she basically doesn't see people beside her parents and Arthur, of course, and her tutors. And she puts on a brave face around others, but it's starting to get tiring for her because she has all this stuff that she loves to watch and do, and no one to talk to about it. And that's kind of sad after a while for a little kid.
Yep.
So she could be described very accurately as lonely, even if she doesn't realize it.
And as you press play, your favorite ritual essentially during your lunch hour, when you have it entirely to yourself, there's no tutors, there's, Arthur comes back to collect your stuff after you're done, but other than that, it's your midday anime time. And you get a couple of minutes into this episode, and suddenly your senses, your instincts are screaming at you that you're being watched.
She hits her space bar, pausing the episode, and turns around in her chair. She kind of scans her room, her bed, her pillow pile, which hasn't been used as much lately as it was when she was a little kid, and her bookshelves, which are now packed with various manga, box sets of anime, and of course collectible figurines of her favorite characters. But she's like looking particularly for any sign of movement.
There doesn't appear to be any movement. You don't see anything. It's probably just your mind playing tricks on you.
Yeah, probably. She turns around and goes back to the episode.
About 15, maybe 30 seconds pass, and that feeling washes over you again.
She turns around quickly this time, hoping to catch whatever it is in the act.
But notably, you did not pause.
Yeah, no.
Oh. You turn around, and you immediately make eye contact with a pair of eyes staring at you from underneath the pile of pillows.
Hello there?
Toby
Blinks.
gets up and inches closer and looks at the eyes and is like trying to distinguish friend or foe? Question mark?
The eyes blink again.
She creeps a little closer.
Hello? Who are you?
The creature finally sticks its head out from beneath the pillows. Toby, what creature is this?
Is a munchlax.
Oh, interesting.
Is a munchlax that appears to have manifested from beneath the pillows.
Perfect.
We thought so.
Can we see this munchlax?
Oh, right. I forgot. I have a token for that.
So yes,
We're
this
so into
this
the RP.
munchlax is standing there in the pillows, staring at you. And it cocks its head to the side. And that's about it.
Okay. Where did you come from, little guy?
And it kind of steps a little bit closer, but you know, progress is slow in the pillows. But notably, it is heading for a carefully stacked, great words, of a series of manga you're planning on reading in a very specific order.
Wait, be careful. Please be careful. I have those stacked really specifically.
Oh, she goes over to her bedside table where there's like a somewhat more haphazard pile, and she picks one up and goes over and says,
Here, if you want to read some manga, you can read this one. It's one of my favorites. I've already read it a bunch of times.
And you know what's funny? You go to hand this munchlax an anime.
"Not an
And
anime, a
wouldn't you-
manga.
A manga, sorry.
How dare you?"
Alright, you've given me two very similar words, and you're... Anyway,
Look,
and you know what's kind of amazing? He's actually holding a copy of that anime.
manga.
Which is weird, because you only have one.
What?
Do you want to read it together?
Toby, what happens when you realize he is holding, like, a limited edition version of the
Wait.
manga?
She stares and blinks and like,
Wait, is that... Do you want to trade?
The munchlax looks at you and doesn't really do much else, but it has that manga.
she reaches towards it
do you take it?
She attempts to.
It doesn't resist.
She gasps in absolute delight and like carefully turns this thing over in her hands like in absolute awe. Like, where did you get this? I was looking all over for a copy, but they're in such high demand, and I only get so much allowance.
You examine the cover, and it's excellent. The cover has extra detail, and it's absolutely fantastic. And when you look back up, the Munchlax is holding a hot dog.
Okay. That's wonderful.
And it eats the hot dog.
Well, I guess I don't have to worry about feeding you, huh?
Food.
God.
Good.
Excellent. I love this.
Toby,
Yes?
you begin to marvel over this manga for a couple seconds before it dawns on you that you heard it talk?
She glances over at the Munchlax and, like, tilts her head.
Wait, did you say something?
And it looks back at you and yawns and then goes to sleep on the pillow.
It was just my imagination. I guess I got a Pokemon now, though.
And she plops down on the pillow next to it, opens up the manga, and very carefully, of course, starts to read.
All right. That is all I had planned for the backstory.
Excellent. So cute. Good old Ivan.
So, yes, we have a bit more of a backstory into what we already knew about Toby. But now we have a bit of context as to why she is the way he is, or why she is the way she is. I knew I misspoke the second I said it. I don't know why I said that. It was probably because I was about to follow up with, and now we have Ivan's origin story.
Uh-huh.
He just popped up out of nowhere one day. That was it.
That is his literal origin story. Yes.
Canonically, yes.
Canonical origin story.
She showed him to her mom and dad, and they're like, "What? Where did I..." And then Ivan pulled out a cup of tea, complete with saucer and dainty teacup. And they just looked at each other, shrugged, and decided, okay, she has her first Pokemon.
Exactly. Lord.
And they made sure he got a luxury ball to live in.
Oh, of course. Only the finest.
Oh, yes.
All right, Wombat, thank you very much. Please take a point of inspiration for all your hard work.
You get a point of inspiration. Oh.
Not that you all keep track of them anyways.
I mean, I sort of... I have a spot where I write it down, kind of.
And,
Ah!
what?
Oh, there it is, I found it. Okay, cool. I found my inspiration. I've been inspired. Oh, shoot. That was an accident.
And Toby, all of these memories kind of play out in this like dream-like state. you're reliving a lot of this from the third person, which is a surreal experience to say the least. But when you open your eyes again, you wake up on the forest floor, halfway across the Kalos region from where all those events took place. And you have two people looking at your basically unconscious form as you come to.
Oh my gosh.
Ina and Clover.
So, Toby kind of slowly blinks awake and looks around and goes,
Did I get knocked out again?
Mina, she's awake! And Mina, who is kind of looking out over the rest of the area, turns to see you and is like, "Are you all right? Are you hurt? Stay there. We'll get someone to help you out. Just don't move too much."
I mean, I'll be fine. Thank you, though.
I don't even remember what knocked her out this time.
I don't remember either, but I think that's half the point. And it is right about this time, when the rest of our fearless heroes
Yay.
join up with the group.
Guys,
Oh, hey, Toby, you're awake. Are you okay?
I think so. A bunch of really weird dreams, but I mean, you know. Is everyone okay? Is like the village and stuff okay?
They'll be fine.
Okay.
She kind of like catches the undertone in Mona's voice and is like, okay, not delving into this.
Nope.
That's a can of worms I have nothing to do with.
Anyway, I think we have... And she kind of stops and looks around. Yeah, we should probably get going.
That's probably a good idea.
Why? You just got here. Clover.
Well, we're on a Pokemon journey and stuff. You know.
Yes, that's exactly the reason why I do not want to be here right now.
Oh,
I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't really want to know what.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Oh man.
What's going through Paprika's mind during all of this?
Paprika kind of wishes she never went to the beach to begin with, and she's just quiet right now. She does feel kind of bad for Mona because she has no idea about the emotions that, like, her mom transmitted to Mona, but she's not going to say anything.
Okay.
outstanding. So, Mona, Clover does seem pretty upset that you're leaving again. She's doing her best to not cry, but, you know, like little kids will sometimes do, is kind of failing.
Aww.
Mona sighs, and she turns to Mina. On second thought, is it all right if we hang out at your place for a little bit longer? All of us?
And Clover gasps and kind of like looks at Mina very hopefully with, you know, big eyes that have just been basically crying.
Which you can't say no to.
And Mina couldn't say no even if she wanted to, which she doesn't want to say no. So, Mina immediately agrees that sounds like an excellent idea and is going to lead you all back to her house.
All right.
This time, you guys decide to take the road, though, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You know, just walking through the forest. I mean, you could do that, too. There's no reason you can't.
I think everyone's interested in a more level path at the moment.
All right.
It'll be still just a little bit wobbly, I think.
Trying to think of what music to put on next.
Welcome to my world. Yeah, I hope you don't mind me taking a break from music duty, but I'm like,
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I totally understand.
I am just having second thoughts about which map I want loaded.
Hey, Diamonds.
Hmm?
Do you have any music suggestions?
I barely even know where we're going. We're going back to Mina's house, right?
Yes, although I don't know if we're... Oh, okay. We are going here. Wasn't sure if this was like a time skip moment or...
I was debating exactly when I wanted to have certain events happen, and I decided this order is probably better.
Okay.
alrighty.
This is intended to be a little more of a lower stakes session, so
I think we can all do with the a break
yes.
of
Yes,
sorts.
I appreciate it.
All right, so Mina leads you all back. Oh, 100%. There's no
Describe.
choice.
Can I just describe for a moment what position Toby is in right now? Because I just got
Yes.
the mental image. It's perfect.
Yes.
So you know, like when a cat finds itself a perfectly shaped little nook, and it like lays itself out, and then like flops its head a little bit higher, and it kind of looks like it's just melting from there. That's Toby right now. She's like draped along the side, along just like in the corner in the couch, with her head propped up on the arm, and one arm just kind of flopped down to the floor, and the other arm kind of across the, like next to her head, and it's very sad. I don't know
Clover.
if I did the description justice, but
I think I get what you're going for.
nice.
Clover is ecstatic because not only does she get to hang out with Mona, she is hanging out with the older cool kids, and that means she's a cool kid too.
Ooh. So cute.
So she is literally excited to exist in this, room at the moment. Anything else is icing on the cake.
Aww.
You guys could literally stare at a blank TV and it would be the best day ever.
Nice.
For any of you who have had maybe a younger cousin or sibling, you know what that is like.
I usually am the younger cousin or sibling.
Fair. But anyway, when Mina gets back, she says, so, probably a good idea to make something to eat. What do you guys want?
What do you have?
I mean, I just went shopping, so plenty.
I feel like I can eat whatever right now. I mean, my answer would always be, I want ramen, but I understand that that's not available just anywhere.
Well, good thing that here is not just anywhere.
Huh?
I have ramen.
Ooh.
Toby's immediately like, Toby just like immediately lights up.
Just
Please tell me it's the top ramen stuff.
You know what? Yes. Yes, it is.
And
Which-
Toby's like, part of her is slightly disappointed, but she loves the thought of it, and she still likes it anyway. So that's hysterical.
Paprika, there is discussions of food being made. Do you want in on that?
Paprika is doing her best to be polite, but she is kind of squirming at the thought of eating top ramen.
Fair.
Maybe sandwiches might be more nutritious.
I'm fine with whatever.
Well, we could have soup and sandwiches. Ramen is a soup.
Ramen and sandwiches, sure. All right, give me a couple minutes and I'll get that started.
Paprika, you
Catch
could
me
prob-
dead with that ramen, though.
Paprika, you can probably tell her if you want to help.
That is a good point. Mina has not really talked to you at all and does not know anything about you.
Yeah.
See, the only reason she didn't say anything was because, like, she didn't want to overtake the kitchen and just be like, no, go sit down. You can't cook. Leave.
Aw. Very
About
considerate.
30 seconds later, you hear what sounds like a bunch of dishes and silverware clashing to the ground, not shattering, but just like jing, 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 like damn it.
Hey, do you need help?
That was the most agonized, like tortured, hey, do you need help I have ever heard in my entire life.
I feel like Diamond is a fantastic method actor.
Yes, honestly. Oh my god. That was outstanding.
This is you walk into the kitchen to see Mina standing a safe distance away from an open cabinet. And basically everything that was once in that cabinet is not in that cabinet anymore. And she is kind of looking at it in disbelief, like, how the heck did all of that get here? And it occurs to
Paprika
you
can't take
that-
it anymore.
Yep. It occurs to you that maybe Mona and Mina are good friends for a reason.
Oh dear. Yeah, Paprika just kind of more or less pushes her way in, and she's seen people like this in the kitchen before, and she's just like, okay, you know what? I can cook. I'm a professional chef. Why don't you you can go hang out with Mona.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I mean, can I watch?
Oh,
I've always wanted to get better at cooking, but there's never really an opportunity to. But this sounds great. Would you mind?
no, not at all. I mean, after all, thanks to me, I'm pretty sure Mona can make cornbread now.
I heard that.
And now I want cornbread.
You were supposed to hear that.
Oh my god.
I just can't escape it, can I?
No, probably not.
So yes, Paprika, you are busy preparing. You're busy doing your best with the ingredients available to make something that you would deem acceptable. We'll come back to that in a minute. Mina is watching you do this, and if you ask if you have any sort of ingredients, is kind of showing you where she keeps everything. I mean, it's pretty well organized, but like you could do better. So, like, I mean, I guess it works. What are the people on the couch doing?
Toby has pulled her phone out and is using what meager battery it has at the moment to watch some anime. Because of course she is.
Do you have headphones, or is it just open volume?
She probably has, like, an earbud in. She's not super invested in what she's watching. She doesn't like sitting with nothing to do.
Mona's probably working the remote for the TV, just channel surfing, basically.
Nice.
And Clover spends the first couple minutes kind of trying to talk to you, Mona, about just whatever. Literally anything and everything that she can think of, because that's interesting. And is watching the channel surfing and actually looks over at what you have, Toby, and is kind of suddenly becomes more interested in that than what Mona's watching.
Toby notices her staring and like blinks, and then offers the other earbud.
Watching.
It's an anime I really like. It's called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. This is one of the earlier episodes, so it wasn't quite polished yet, but it's still got that charm, and it's all about these police officers in a small town solving
The earbud is in her
mysteries.
ear.
Yay!
And Toby kind of rattles off more of a basic summary as they watch. She's like, yeah, and they solve mysteries, and the whole first season, it's about the new guy getting established, and then the veteran lady is like, she's helping him along.
Next campaign is just Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the anime, the campaign.
Ooh, that could be
crap.
fun.
Yes.
Honestly, it does sound interesting.
I said that as a partial joke. I'm writing that one down.
Excellent.
I don't know. I have some other ideas for a next campaign, but that's a while off. I'm definitely, that one's on the ideal board. Maybe as a side campaign. We'll see.
I'm so pleased.
But anyway, Mona and Toby make perception checks. Toby at disadvantage.
Not
Ooh.
bad.
So, Mona, you kind of see this happen in real time. Toby only realizes after it's mostly happened. Olivia is leaning on the couch and is also watching over your shoulder.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Mona just kind of looks at everybody. Hey, Toby.
Oh, maybe I can hook my laptop up to the TV and we can all watch together.
I was literally about to suggest that.
Oh, yay! Well, great minds think alike.
She hops up off the couch and starts setting that up. Because of course she has an HDMI cable in her bag. Why wouldn't she?
Roll a d20 to see if this TV is HDMI cable compatible.
Oh my god.
No, not necessary. It has one.
Excellent.
What is it, a Stevens laptop? Ah!
Oh!
That joke was for every Stevens grad out there who was in the class of 2013, aka basically me.
The two of us.
Basically. I forgot
honestly,
if you were class of 2013 or
I-
entered.
I do not remember. But I know that part of the reason I got my current laptop was because I wanted to play with my HTC Vive, and the old computer didn't have an HDMI cable. Also would probably shit itself and die if I ever so much as pointed the Vive in its direction, but
Yep.
you know.
I'm glad that you appreciated that joke, Wombat. That makes it worth it.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, you 100% are able to hook up your laptop to this TV because neither was made in the Dark Ages. So, yeah, you do that, and everybody is in this room is watching with some degree of interest. Clover is very invested. Because you like it, so that must mean it's cool. Olivia is actually also pretty invested from what you can tell.
Adorable.
She's not like super easy to read, but that's just kind of how she is.
Yeah.
But she's not on her phone, so that improvement. Mona, what are you doing?
So, at first she's watching just to, humor everybody, but as it goes on, she actually gets really into it.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
She's like leaning on the edge of her seat, just.
And everyone's like commenting on the characters, like, yes, oh my god, this perfect, precious boy. Well, this is Toby's talking, like, oh yes, he's so precious. Oh, and then like everyone's like, yeah, oh my gosh, and then like the rival character shows up and was like, ah.
Olivia actually chimes in, like, he is quite the cinnamon roll. And that's it. That's the only thing she says.
Toby is beyond delighted.
So yeah, while you guys are doing that, back to the kitchen. Paprika, you're a bit handcuffed because you have an idea of how you would want to go about making these things, and the ingredients are simply not available.
Yeah, that's what she was afraid of.
So,
Let me guess. Do we got like spam?
Oh,
no,
God.
it's not quite that bad, but it's also not the quality of ingredients that you're used to dealing with. You have a good variety, but it's, again, there are several special ingredients that you would want to, I could make this sandwich, but I don't have this crucial thing, or that, but I don't. So it's like, it's almost insulting, but you're probably going to have to make something a little more basic than what you're used to.
Yeah.
But you can definitely find ways to spice up other, otherwise plain and uncreative dishes. So, with that in mind, you want to give me a make food check? Because, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I didn't make food good.
Well, again, you have a +5.
I thought it was +6.
Oh, was it +6? Sure, it's +6. So, every chef has to be capable of pulling the best out of the ingredients that are presented to them. That's kind of how you become a good chef, is being able to
Pokemon
optimize.
edition.
Campaign idea 2, let's go.
Just stay
Being
away from the
able-
ice cream machine.
Being able to optimize your ingredients. But there comes a certain point where you just, what are you supposed to do with this? So, despite the fact that it is a perfectly acceptable lunch, you are again left disappointed through no fault of your own, because it's just like, what are you supposed to do? This thing has 2 ingredients. I can't do much with that.
Oh man, no, I'm clearly in a rut. This is bad.
Toby tries to cheer her up by, Toby is genuinely enjoying what you made, but Toby is also trying to cheer you up because she's a bean like that. A sweet, sweet bean.
Thank you, Toby.
Yay.
And Mina is very impressed with your technique, and honestly looks at what you've thrown together and is very impressed given what the base ingredients were and what you came out with is still pretty impressive. And yeah.
Oh, well, Paprika smiles a bit and seems kind of embarrassed, but she thanks her too.
Yeah. So I imagine that you guys spend the rest of the day like this, and you probably Mina does offer to allow you guys to spend the night. There are plenty of means to do so. Clover, however, probably has to go home.
Aw.
You know, don't want any, raids of mystics.
Of course, of course.
So Clover, it's far darker than she'd normally allow it to get before heading back. But Clover's like, are you gonna be staying here for a while?
Well, I mean, I'd love to, but
We do have to keep doing our Pokemon journey.
Yeah.
And Clover is... It's easier than before. She's attempting to put on a brave face, but, her lips quivering.
Oh, Toby, like, gives her a little smile and says,
We'll try to visit when we can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm so glad you enjoyed my anime. I love
was
sharing it with
great.
people. Yay! What was your favorite part in that episode?
I think I liked the part. I liked the Bellsprout episode. That was cute.
Choice. I really like that one too.
I mean, Toby's saying that she likes all the episodes, but
Of course she does. I mean, season 5, episode 2 will always be the best one, but they're callback. Session 4 callback.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh wait, was that the one that we
Yes.
said had? Oh my god.
Yep. 100%. The survival episode.
Oh my god. Yep.
But anyway, Clover is about to leave and walk through the dark forest all alone.
We should walk with her, you guys. It is kind of dark out.
Only she had someone or something to go with her.
Okay, GM. Try not to lay it on too thick.
I do, apparently, when one of my players is that freaking thick.
Look, I'm distracted, alright?
Could you possibly be distracted by?
I was looking for music.
You picked the only excuse that was safe.
So, alright. Before Clover heads off, Mona actually calls out, oh, Clover, hold up. I know, I know you really enjoy our company, and we can't be here all the time. So, here's, you know what? I'm just gonna show you. And she goes through her bag and she pulls out a Pokeball.
Mm-hmm.
And she gives it to Clover. Here you go.
For me?
Mona nods.
And Clover, honestly struggles to get the Pokeball to work. She doesn't quite get it. She tried to do something that they did in the show, that, isn't quite right. The Pokeball hasn't expanded yet, So she's like trying to get it to do something, and it's not doing it. So you like reach over and push
Yeah.
the button, and she lets the Pokemon out of its Pokeball.
And it's Lumber.
Oh, Mona, the entire time this thing has been going on, you can kind of get, when your Pokemon are near you, you can kind of like, you just subtly channel them, kind of get what's going on. So, certain trainers, like most trainers, get the ability to kind of sense what their Pokemon are feeling like. Lumber's Pokeball has been going crazy this entire time. And you've basically been able to figure out that Lumber really seems to like Clover.
Yeah,
But-
because they're made from the spirits of children who got lost in forests.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Hey, that got dark.
Shit. That is
That
100%. That is technically true. Oh,
Wondering about the choice here.
wow. That was even more fitting than I planned it to be.
absolute coincidence, I assure you.
Yes,
Hmm.
I swear to God. But yes, as soon as Lumber is released, Lumber begins to relentlessly assault Clover with affection.
Aw.
Flying all around, flying like through her hand because it's funny, you know, all sorts of things like that.
Wow, he's really taking a shine to you.
Lee, what's his name?
His name is Lumber.
Lumber. Hi, Lumber.
Aw.
And Lumber is thrilled. So to confirm, you are giving Lumber to Clover.
Yes.
Aw.
All right. And she does stay a little bit longer and gets acquainted with it, but you give her the Pokeball, and unfortunately it's time to go, and she gives you a great big hug, and goes through and gives everybody else a hug, and then runs back and gives you one more hug, before eventually going off into the night to return to the Mystic Tribe with her new friend.
Aw.
Hooray.
All right. So after that, Mina kind of breaks you up into various. There's a couple of guest rooms. Mona, it occurs to you that her grandfather isn't here, but apparently he is traveling at the moment. So this honestly worked out pretty well. She also reassures you that he also knows about what really happened, so he doesn't hold any grudge against you in any way for breaking his foot.
That's good.
Yeah, that is a relief.
Which, yes, is a weight off your shoulders that you didn't realize was there until it was gone. But yeah, you all get settled in your own rooms, believe it or not.
Wow.
This is a pretty spacious house on the countryside. You'd have to imagine that.
Oh yeah.
It's out here, so you get more for less. But yeah, other than that, relatively uneventful night. And the next day, I assume you guys continue on your journey?
So, yeah.
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 All right. So now you're going to be heading... So, Geosenge Town has changed. It is not ever since the events of 40 years ago, those infamous events, Geocinch
Yeah.
Town there is less of a population center and more of a stopping off point for tourists. And people still go here, but very few people live here permanently. So there's honestly not that much going on. So honestly, you walk like 2 hours, you're there. There's like Main Street. You've got your Pokemon Center and maybe like a hotel, like a small motel, and like, I don't know, a general store, and you're basically it. Everybody kind of moved out of here after all those events. So there's not much going on.
Big ol' hole got torn in the ground.
Basically. And it's not exactly... The town is no longer a symbol of Kalosian history so much as it is a symbol of Kalosian tragedy.
Oof.
Or near tragedy. So the you guys mostly move on. I mean, you're still walking through the more historic part, but it holds a little bit of a different context now, but the structures themselves are still amazing. I will pull that up. So there are various wooden structures on the side, and you've begun to go more into the plains area of Kalos. The edges of the northwestern forest kind of are fading the further you walk south. But you're about, I don't know, it's about midday. You guys got a pretty early start. And you reach a point where, if you wanted, you could stop for a picnic lunch.
Ooh.
Sounds adorable, and Toby's probably the first one to suggest it.
Okay.
She loves that kind of shit.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys find a nice flat spot wherever. You can choose that. It doesn't particularly matter. And you are going to be spending an okay amount of time sitting here. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're, making food for various people, such as a feature?
Yes. Thank you. I got it. All right. So
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just making it clear.
Okay. So Paprika is of course going to start on making food, but like very quietly. She opens a container of curry and just kind of slides it into the grass.
All right, where does this container end up?
I think like right here.
I will leave it up to anybody else if they want to attempt to notice this, or if Paprika was being stealthy in any way. I don't 100% know.
Was she trying to be stealthy?
She's not, if you guys see her, she's not going to hide what she's doing, but she's not going to mention it either, given how it went last time.
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
That's excellent.
I think I will, in fact, roll a check.
I'm not gonna. I'll leave her be.
Yeah, as she walks away to do this, Mona kind of glances over, and she's like, Paprika.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
I'm putting some curry down. She looks back at Mona and smiles.
Oh my god.
Alright, this is your can of worms, not mine.
Well, back to cooking then.
Maybe it won't become such a disaster this time. Maybe.
Yeah, I can't
Alright.
just try it once and never try it again.
Yeah, what if the first time you try it, we get just an absolute battlefield?
Oh, on the bright side, I got sweet little Callie from that. And she got barbecue.
And
Just a cute name.
Callie coos, hearing its name, as it is found an appropriate place to kind of curl up near you.
Aww. That's adorable.
So all I've learned is that apparently I'm good at describing actions which are adorable. That's the only thing I get out of this.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I'll take it. All right, and
Very good at getting Wombat to go, aww.
proficient in it even.
Excellent.
So anybody who would like to can make a perception check. I would imagine, Paprika, you'd do so at disadvantage if you don't want to burn what you're cooking, or run the risk of it, rather.
Okay.
Yeah.
God dang, just I'm on top of the perception rolls today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mona has awakened her third eye. So you very much are aware of... You start to see Pokemon kind of poke their heads into the area and start to go for the food. They're approaching cautiously, though. They are aware of the humans who are there.
Humans.
Humans. So...
Oh, wow.
Eevee. Aww.
Okay, here's a question that has absolutely nothing to do with anything, I promise. How do you get Sylveon in this system?
Nothing to do with anything at all.
I believe it's a stone evolution.
Really?
Yes.
What stone?
Oh, it's a Dawn
They
Stone.
changed the mechanics. So it's a Dawnstone.
Fair enough. Alright, totally unrelated question over.
Nice.
Yes.
Definitely unrelated.
Completely unrelated, yeah.
I'm gonna, while you're setting this up, I'm gonna go get some water. Be right back.
Alright. I have a secondary unrelated question, completely unrelated to the previous question.
Yep, uh-huh.
How do I get a Dawnstone?
Well, I'm not sure what you expected.
I don't know either. I just, just spitballing here.
I mean, like, you asked him a question off stream. He said, yeah, actually, that sounds like a good idea. Lumber was given to Clover for multiple reasons. It frees up a spot in his party, and then you give him an Eevee. I don't understand why you thought, no, that wouldn't be what happened. He doesn't like Eevee. Of course he likes Sylveon. How did I freaking forget that?
What, did you think I wouldn't go for this Eevee?
Yes. Not that there's anything wrong with you doing so. I just thought it would have been in someone else. I don't know.
Oh. Does anyone else want this Eevee?
To be clear, I don't have somebody specifically in mind for this Eevee. If I was ranking in my head who I thought would go for it, you were not the first person.
I am back.
There's nothing wrong with you going for it. Again, I want to make it clear. I'm surprised.
Alright, fair enough. I mean, yes, I do give off that vibe. And yes, I do think, I don't really care for most of the evolutions, but Sylveon is a very big exception.
Pink baby. I will admit that my first thought on entering this route was, this is where Halucha appears.
And my very first thought when looking at this route list is, Halucha will not appear.
Yeah, I know. Haluch is kind of OP.
But Kyle, I thought you wanted to ramp up the difficulty, and a Halucha would be a formidable opponent.
Hey.
For him to use against us. And it was.
No, except for when it missed in the most crucial moment of the entire fight. Ugh. That bounce was going to be awesome. Until it wasn't. So, it's pretty apparent to everybody. These groups of Pokemon are approaching the food pretty cautiously.
Oh.
Is Mona showing any sign of interest in the Eevee?
She's kind of glancing over occasionally, like definitely more often than one would if they were just, watching. She's definitely eyeing this Eevee.
Paprika just smiles at her. Are you still upset?
You're off the hook this time, Paprika.
She hands Mona a quick ball.
Are you sure?
Yeah, give it a shot. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did.
Aw.
All right. She takes the quick ball.
I feel the need to preface this real quick with something. If your plan is to go for a Sylveon, there is a very specific thing about it I will be changing.
What's that?
Sylveon has the reach capability. Excuse me?
Oh, with the ribbons, I guess?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, which I find like a 5-foot reach on all melee attacks because you have ribbons.
It's probably because of the Pokedex entry where it wraps Pokemon in ribbons.
Yeah, but I'm not giving you 5-foot range. That's the one thing I'm changing. I feel like reach... Marowak has reach. It makes no bloody sense. Tentacruel has reach. Well, that makes sense. You get my point here? So I just want to let you know, if you were looking for that capability, I am going to have it removed, because I'm kind of ridiculous.
No, that's fine. Like, I totally get that.
Then nothing else about it is changing. You should be good to go other than that.
Okay.
All right.
So, all right, so remind me the quick ball mechanics in this setting. Is it literally
I believe if you throw the quick ball before the end of the first turn, I think the mod is like 20?
I think it's 20.
So in other words, I do have an opportunity to damage the Eevee first.
Yes, I think.
All right, now to find out how to do that without outright killing it. And with, ensuring that I have enough speed. And the problem is, my Pokemon are either fast and deadly, or slow and not so much. Well, okay. There are a couple of exceptions to that.
Why don't you try out the Raticate?
Yeah, I mean, it is my fastest Pokemon. Okay, but... Okay, yeah. I expect for damage on this thing. I'm probably overthinking this a little bit. Don't you dare.
Don't I dare what?
Don't you dare run away from me after I spent all this time.
So as the group of Nidorino and Nidorina get close to the food, they essentially box the Eevee out and The Eevee is like cautiously circling the outside, not like in a predatory way, but like, God, I hope there's something left.
Aww.
Okay, well now I feel bad about attacking it.
Kyle's too good at making things cute.
He really
What
is.
an odd superpower I did not expect him to have.
GM ability. Could make basically any character adorable in some way. Downside, can never hit an important attack in a combat.
Yeah.
Upside makes it all fit into the story.
Alright,
Works, right?
I'm gonna send out Claudio.
Okay.
And that's too far. Okay, well, my only non-melee attack. Alright, actually, wait. Can I even get into range? I don't think I can. It's like just barely out of range for.
To be clear, we are not currently in combat.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just, you know, if I want to approach with offensive intent, like I don't want to stop just short and you know be like, oh well, they know that you're coming and they're gonna.
Right.
Yeah. Although, all right, I'm gonna have Claudio dig underground, not surface just yet. But he's right about there.
Several of the Nidorina and Nidorino kind of like perk up a little bit and look around and then go back to eating.
Or some equivalent thereof.
Alright, so I'd like to have Claudio pop up right about here, just like behind the Eevee, and then, What?
Oni!
Omae Shinderu.
And, gonna give it... Okay, well, what are the chances of me actually KOing it in one hit?
Yes.
God dang it. Fine, I'll use Peck.
That'll hit, roll damage.
See, I didn't expect it to... That was min damage.
Yes, it was.
Alright, well, screw it. We're in now. Assuming I'm in... I'm not quite in range. Alright, Mona's gonna have to step a little bit closer. Like, around, like, kind of edges around the tree and chucks the quick ball.
Okay, so... That is an exception. That is a pretty difficult shot, and you are barely within range. I'm going to ask for a skill check in order to hit.
Okay. I knew it. I knew it. Since I was rolling so well on the perception
My
checks.
anime powers to try and help somehow.
Let's take Mona's arm and like angle it.
I mean, at this point, I feel like Paprika could just slap her and be like, "No, do better."
Yeah, I will. Okay, Toby can either encourage her, or Paprika can slap her and tell her to be better at life.
No, Toby should do it.
Or, Mona, do you maybe feel inspired?
Do I?
Do you?
I don't know if I even wrote down inspiration.
God damn it, Blah.
Blah, I've given you like 5 points of inspiration through the entire campaign. You've maybe used one of them. You definitely have at least one.
All right, I will take that then.
Rolls a 3. And yeah, that's close enough.
All right.
I was looking for not a 4, and it is within range, so
Fantastic.
all right, go for it. Now, Blah, you know what would have made this moment particularly interesting?
Oh, god dang it, Kyle. Yes.
I'll keep fighting for it. I'll keep fighting for this damn feature. It's such a good idea. You can't deny that.
I am not denying it. I'm just... Effort, man.
If I knew how to program in the language that DN2 Gen required, I would have done it already.
You want me to teach you, Kyle?
Sure.
Isn't that more effort?
Well, you know what they say, give a man a fish he eats for a day, teach a man to fish he eats for his entire life.
Kyle, don't do it. He'll just make you update the N2.
Oh my god,
Nobody ever
you're
said that.
right.
Holy shit. Steve,
You know what, Blah, just get your freaking act together.
God dang it.
On that note, I regret to inform you that the quick ball flies through the air, collides with the Eevee, and then immediately releases it.
God dang
It was still better than my attempt.
And, Mona,
it. Yes.
what do you say when suddenly all of the Nidorina and Nidorino turn to you and stare you down?
I wasn't aiming for any of you guys.
wow.
Are you trying to make a charisma check here? Oop, sorry.
I mean, sure, why not?
So at disadvantage.
Dang it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me. Combat start.
Fantastic.
So, we are starting with trainer turns. Do you guys want any Pokemon out?
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna send out my Pokemon.
I know that I'm gonna want music out, that's for sure. The question is, what music? Barbecue.
Man, now, dog.
I was telling my boyfriend about barbecue the other day, and apparently I wiggle a little when I get excited, and he's just like, "Are you supposed to be wiggling about barbecuing Pokemon?" Whoops.
Amazing.
Doesn't deny that that's not why she was excited.
Yes,
Just says
that's true.
whoops.
No! This isn't what I wanted at all!
What did you do?
What? Oh.
I don't know where the Eevee was. I'm just putting it over there. Hey,
That's-
I was just trying to put my things to spectate.
All of a sudden, they switched places.
Okay, I have a song in mind, I just need to remember what it's called. Wait, oh you know, it's in this folder.
I feel like Barbecue's nickname is BB.
It probably should be, yeah.
Was this it? I'm gonna give it a try. Let's see here.
Oh, are you using Callie this fight?
This is probably fine. Maybe a little bit too intense for this kind of thing, but you know,
This is
Wombat's
fine.
been pulling out Final Fantasy music this entire time, so
Go for it.
Yeah.
rhythm. Oh wait, no, that's right. It's in the queue, so now...
There you go.
Okay, figuring out how to do this.
All right. Barbecue. It is your turn.
Oh, sorry, I didn't actually send out the Pokemon I wanted.
Oh, right, because you have bullshit mystic powers.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my!
It's rat time.
No.
Oh,
It's
God.
ready? Ready? Are you ready for Mono?
Mono?
Oh my god! Okay.
Mina, Mona, and Mono.
Oh my god.
I mean, the thing is that could also be just mono, which no one wants.
It's Mono. I know it could be Mono, but it's Mono.
It's mono.
Mono a rat.
Right. Oh no. It is your turn.
Okay. So, yes, I would immediately like to, roll a possession check, or not. It's not even a check, is it? I keep forgetting. What?
You'd immediately like to succeed at a check.
Yes, good. And, yeah. So, Mono is a thing.
All right. Yeah, Super Mono Brothers over here.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She does in fact put her head on Ono before she does the thing.
It is the universal symbol of this is a meme.
Well, I hope that rat cake can throw Pokeballs.
Oh. Oh. You know, that's a good point. I completely forgot. Can Eradicate throw Pokeballs?
Oh my god.
You look at those T-Rex looking arms and you tell me.
Okay, can I melee with a Pokeball?
Oh my god.
Hear my response?
What was that?
Did you hear my response?
No.
I said yes.
Oh. Okay.
Fantastic.
I guess we're doing this then.
Making this happen.
Alright. Just for completion's sake.
Is it specifically a Pokeball?
Yes, because, I mean, I have one other kind of Pokeball, but I'm saving that for a very special occasion.
Ah, like, to honor 10 of something?
Yes. My 10th Pokemon. I think actually, technically, so far I've caught 7.
Yes. Currently, you have caught 7.
Wait, no. Some of those I didn't catch. I know Bodhi
Yes.
was Toby.
Yes, so technically you've caught 6.
Alright, I'm glad we're keeping score. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna go forth and Hyperfang the crap out of this Nidorina.
Go for it. That'll hit, roll damage.
Ooh,
Solid chunk of damage.
look at that 61.
Nice.
BBQ, it is your turn.
Alright, let me see. I think she's just going to also venture forth. She'll use Fire Feign on this Nidorino in front of her.
Alright, go for it. That'll hit.
Excellent doggo.
And
Another
Paprika,
nice solid chunk.
Paprika's actually gonna try and throw a Pokeball at that Nidorina that was just damaged.
All right then.
Really?
Yeah.
But just to confirm, this isn't like a Colossia Nidorino. It's not a fire or electric type. We're clear on that, right?
Yes, we are very clear on that. However, I remember your mechanic about being able to give away unwanted Pokemon to the professor.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, my players listen to me! Oh my god! It actually happened, everybody!
Quick, someone go and check on Hell. It might be freezing over.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Diamond.
Yes! You are totally allowed to do that! Please give me a second to prepare for this moment I never thought would happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Alright, so it's just gonna be a normal Pokeball.
Alright.
Oh.
Oh.
I tried.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. You throw the Pokeball, and honestly, the Nidorino just nudges it aside with its horn, and it has a deep gash in it sitting on the ground.
Honestly, she's hurt by the lack of effort, but okay.
I find your lack of effort disturbing.
That ends my turn.
Alright. Monsieur is not going to do anything right now.
All right.
Callie.
Callie, my baby.
All right. Callie is going to fly up here and use Heart Stamp on the damaged Nidorina.
Yeah, go for it.
Hiya! Oh my god!
Oh, baby, a triple.
Oh,
Oh,
what a
yeah.
great opening
Overachiever.
move.
The soft baby is an overachiever. Good to know. Oh my god!
Oh,
Killed!
bet it
Callie-
wishes it gone to the Pokeball now.
Callie turns to look at Toby. Did I do good? Like,
Wait a minute.
with that expression.
Hold on. Paprika, which thing did you throw the Pokeball at?
The Nidorina? The one that just fainted?
Oh, I mean, I was looking at the Nidorino because,
Oh.
I still don't think an 84 would have worked. Do you want me to
Doubtful.
check?
On an evolved Pokemon? I really don't think it would.
Yeah, the max roll to capture right now is a 50 on this. I'm gonna go with it was not gonna work when it was, awake.
Okay.
The Heart Stamp sends this thing flying backwards, and the Nidoran female kind of has to skitter out of the way in panic as the Nidorina falls back.
Oh, that was pretty good. Good job, Callie.
Anything else on your turn? Anything else on your turn?
Oh, I said no.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
How dare you?
All right. Blah.
Yes.
Horns or tails?
Horns?
Wait for it.
Are you talking about Claudio?
I don't know what
Tails,
you're doing
Blah,
for
for the
me.
love of God.
What?
Sir Tails!
Just, okay, Tails, whatever.
Claudio, with a horn on his head, gets to go first.
Okay.
Okay.
A little weird, but alright.
I'd use that to describe your every action.
Fair. Claudio's actually going to burrow under the Eevee, pop up right here, and use a mud shot going to the left.
All right. Keep in mind, they are in rough terrain. And I will make you roll a second time. Wait, does the column work that way? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's one check.
Okay. Yes, that will hit both of them.
Doesn't it extend 2 past?
Oh, I'm sorry. That'll hit all 3 of them.
Cool. Mud shot. Woo!
That poor little Nidoran.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
Nidorino
Brutal.
16.
All legal targets have their speed lowered 1 combat stage.
Yes. I wish my players could do this for me.
Well, that was me also realizing that myself.
No, I know. No, I wasn't. You physically can't.
Oh, right.
You can't modify the combat stages of tokens hidden to you.
Thought that was a jab at me.
No,
Wow.
not this time.
Not this time, he says.
But you know what will be a jab at you? This horn attack.
Oh boy.
Hey!
Are you sure?
Nidorina 15
So far, in the end,
I'm sorry.
is going to charge over here and use Fury Swipes, swapping between Callie and Ono in that order until it misses.
Oof.
the baby.
Wow.
It swaps exactly 0 times, so good job. The Eevee is going to use Swift on Claudio. Guess what? I can't possibly miss.
Would have been hilarious if you rolled a 1 on that.
I would have laughed so freaking hard.
That just automatically hits, right?
What?
Huh?
If a
Why
move
did it
can't
not
miss.
like that,
What happened?
it threw an error when I used Swift, and now it didn't.
What was the error?
I don't even know.
Helpful.
It. Yep. Okay.
I almost forgot Raticate has an overland of 10.
Yep. Nidorino 17 is going to use double kick on Barbecue.
Oh shoot, that's on a dark type. That's gonna be bad.
I know.
I actually have to roll twice.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Ow.
It went poorly.
I was just on a 24. Barbecue has 1 defense?
What?
Yes!
Hey, what?
No!
Well,
She's-
you know, it's really useful for anime moments, should I need them.
Oh my god, did you spec this? Wow, that's bold. You spec'd this out to create an anime moment. That's unfreaking believable. That's apt. I would not have expected that. Wow. Alright then. The Nidoran female is going to use double kick on, Ono, or Mono. It,
Oh,
kicks the ground and takes 1 damage.
Kicks the ground.
Amazing.
It was gonna double kick, it missed, it kicked the ground.
Alright.
I can actually get to the right menu option. There we go. We are back to the top of the turn order. Mono, it is your turn.
All right. Let's see here.
The Nidoran female before you is absolutely terrified.
Oh, that would. Oh wait. I was about to say, would that count for assurance? That was technically not the same round.
Also, no.
Instead, I will use Crunch.
On the Nidoran female?
Actually, on the Nidorina.
Okay.
Snap. Oh my god.
That is for the best. That is. Out of curiosity, Blah,
Yes.
can you please roll that crit damage on the Nidoran female?
All right.
Ranf. Oh.
That is what I thought. All right. They are getting swiftly trounced. Barbecue, it is your turn.
One moment, my DN2 just closed on me.
Oh.
Hallie, it is temporarily your turn.
Hello. Okay. Let's see. Callie is gonna use confusion on the Nidoranth.
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 That hits the Nidoranth.
Okay. Sorry, Nidoranth. Wow, if anyone wants to catch it now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna follow Paprika's example and throw a Pokeball at it. Because I can give it to the professor.
Hey.
All right, go for it.
5 Pokeballs, which I should save.
Made it back.
Nice.
And... Hiya!
Does the Pokeball give you any modifiers?
Don't think so.
So it's actually a basic ball, from what I understand.
Yeah. Just
Alright.
a Pokeball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it shakes once. It doesn't shake again because it breaks open.
Okay.
Oh well, it was worth a shot.
Barbecue, it is once again your turn.
All right. Okay. Yes, made back.
Whoa, what? Oh. Did you lose connection again?
I
Yep.
did.
What is
Huh.
happening over there?
I don't even know. Barbecue is going to use, I think, Bite on the Nidorino before her.
Yes, go for it.
Maybe.
That'll hit.
Okay. Okay. Paprika is going to move, like, I think right here. And she'll throw a Pokeball at that Nidoran. Or, I'm sorry, Nidorino.
Yeah, go for it. A Pokeball, correct?
Yes.
All right. It's a really easy throw. You just run around the corner and you peg it straight on. It shakes once. It shakes twice. It wishes it was animated. It shakes the third time. And it captures.
Woo!
All right.
That should end my turn.
All right.
pretty rockin' bass line in this song.
Oh yeah. This is actually music for the Calamity mod of Terraria.
Ah.
It has a
Alright.
really good soundtrack.
Claudio, it
Cool.
is your turn.
Alright. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to charge back at the Eevee. I'm going to use Flail.
Okay.
So, I have 65% health, so this is a 2d10 plus 10 damage roll, if I hit.
All right. That should hit.
Okay. 2d10 plus 10. And there we go.
All right.
And that is Claudio's turn.
Okay. The Nidorino is going to charge forward and use double kick.
Oh boy.
Alright, that's probably not good.
Ooh.
Alright. May I do an anime check?
Yes, it'll be a difficult one, but you may do an anime check.
Okay. That's a d20, right?
Correct.
Hmm,
Unfortunately, that is not quite high enough.
okay.
I'll put a 1 in defense, so I'm guaranteed an anime check. To optimize my anime check frequency.
Oh my god.
Didn't expect Diamond to be a metagamer.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked.
Sorry.
But yeah, unfortunately, it's nothing to apologize for.
I just
EQ
wanted to
goes
give it a
down,
shot.
And Eevee is going to
Apologize
use
to
Bite on
Barbecue.
Claudio.
Sorry, barbecue. You'll get your day.
That's, yep, okay.
The Nidoran female is going to go over here and huddle in the grass.
feel
Actually, it's
bad.
going to use Growl and then do that. It is too scared to even speak.
Feel bad.
Hmm.
Mono, it is your turn.
Alright, Mono is going to take their Pokeball and charge at the Eevee with it.
All right, give me an improvised attack roll. That'll hit. Roll a capture check.
Okay.
It goes in and breaks out pretty immediately afterwards.
Dang it. Alright. I believe... Oh, dang it. I was trying to see if I could, like, leave the Pokemon as a free action. It's a trainer action. So that complicates things. If I get Ono knocked out, then I can as a free action. Anyway.
All right. Callie, it is your move. I'm sorry. Paprika, would you like to release another Pokemon?
Yes. So we'll return barbecue and we'll put out lemonade.
All right.
Maybe.
Lemonade, it is your turn.
Yay! Okay. Let's see. I guess Lemonade is going to go here, and he's gonna try and hit Nidorino with a spark.
Go for it.
Hoo-hoo, maybe not.
That'll miss.
Lemonade's gonna run away.
Aw.
Sounds about right. Where does Lemonade run away to?
Definitely behind Paprika.
Oh.
Aw.
And Paprika, yeah. That ends my turn.
Callie, it is your turn.
Okay. Callie is gonna... Anyone still want that Nidorino? Was anyone trying to catch it?
Nah, I got my sights set.
Okay.
I got a Nidorino.
Okay. So, gonna use confusion on that Nidorino.
Go for it.
Hiya!
Hits, roll damage.
Hi... What? Oh. Hiya! Nice.
That is a max
Ooh.
damage confusion.
Wow. Callie is a very strong little fuzzball.
My favorite fuzzball.
Hmm.
Claudio, it is your move.
Okay.
I'm sorry, unless Toby wanted to do anything.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put this Nidoran F out of its misery.
Aw.
I'm gonna use Peck. God dang it! I was specifically trying not to hurt it too badly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was hiding from things facing the other way, so you get a nice solid shot on its face, which suddenly appears in the grass in front of you, and it's almost too late to pull back. Roll your crit damage. Good thing Peck is not that powerful a move.
Yeah, imagine if
you had
that was
done
Horn Attack.
That would have probably been game over, yeah. Yep. The good thing is, it never saw it coming.
You never see it coming!
Alright, the Eevee is going to use Bite on... Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no indeed. That... Are you kidding me? That's a flinch, which means I can't take another turn.
Ouch.
Which means trying to catch this thing is gonna wait.
Whoops. You don't have Synchronize, so... Hey, good news for you. Your attack raises while you're flinching.
Ha ha ha. Actually, no. It doesn't even list flinch.
Boo. This Eevee is a booking it. Top of the turn order, we've got Lemonade.
Okay, what can I do here? Well, Paprika... Paprika's gonna come down here and... I don't even know.
Stare
Stare at the Eevee. Yeah. Okay, I'm afraid the Eevee's gonna get away, so she's gonna throw a Pokeball?
Alright, go for it.
Alright, well.
Yep, that does not succeed.
And I guess Lemonade is just gonna come down here for I don't know, to join her in staring.
That sure is an Eevee.
That ends my turn.
Oh no! Oh no. Callie.
He's gonna take a cue from Paprika and just kind of move closer and throw a Pokeball at the Eevee.
Oh my god.
It takes a village.
Or if our Pokeballs combined.
Go for it.
God damn it!
No!
Oh, that didn't work at all.
Claudio.
Okay, well, I saw how much damage the first peck did. Wait, wasn't that min damage?
I believe it was. I mean, honestly, there is a move on your moveset that is probably what you're looking for.
Fury attack?
I mean, read the description.
Can hit up to 5 times.
Yep.
Maybe.
I mean, that was, in fact, actually my idea.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Claudio is going to pop up in front of the EV and hit it exactly once with Fury Attack.
Alright, you may attempt to hit it exactly once with Fury Attack.
Attempt?
Yes.
Can
Accuracy?
I not pull back? Okay.
Accuracy check?
Okay.
You successfully do. No, I wasn't saying you can't control yourself. Machine gun fire, Fury Attack. No. I was like, yeah, you can do that. You just gotta roll accuracy, and you succeeded.
Okay.
Lord.
Ah.
Oh, that is scary.
Yeah. Dress.
Alright. Anything else on Claudio's turn?
Nope.
Eevee is going to use Swift on Claudio.
Oh.
Oh.
And then proceed to book it.
Oh boy.
Alright. Lemonade, your turn.
Let's see. Yeah, all I got are Pokeballs.
Well, I mean,
So,
not complaining.
Paprika is going to give chase. And I mean, Lemonade is too, but mostly just to watch, I guess. And we'll
Alright.
try throwing another Pokeball.
Yeah, you can definitely go for that.
Oh,
I'm so hard.
Oh.
It shakes once. It shakes twice. Some even say it shook a third time. Before capturing the Eevee.
One of these days I'll catch my own Pokemon.
I mean, I know that feel.
Yeah, I was gonna say it took so many episodes. It took 10 sessions to get Paprika to catch her own Pokemon.
Yeah, and look at her now.
Now she's catching other people's Pokemon.
Toby claps delightedly, and she says,
Isn't it great to have such good friends?
Mona's like barely conscious.
I feel like coming from anyone else, that would probably sound self-serving, but coming from Toby, it's like completely genuine.
Mono turns around and I don't know how Eradicate can smile, but it makes an attempt.
Oh, it's a little scary, but thank you for that.
That is your experience totals.
All right.
All right.
Nice. My baby gets experience.
Yeah.
Baby!
Give 20. I'm assuming that that's what's happening with Evie.
Oh yeah.
Thank you and thank you.
You're
Well,
welcome.
also, I should mention for... Because Callie is behind, I reduced the amount of experience that the program told me to give. Because Callie's behind, take another 400 experience.
Thank you.
No problem. But everybody else, including the freaking rat tank, you get normal reduced experience. I'd like to point out that I made this wild encounter more difficult than a normal wild encounter because I wanted to start to test the challenge curve and then immediately got steamrolled in 2 rounds. I'd just like to point that out.
Gotta keep ramping it up.
Entirely because you guys all went first in initiative and I missed my first round of attacks.
Yeah.
Maybe
It happens, I mean.
Maybe you could have added a halucha.
Oh my gosh.
I
About
could have, but then I run the risk of like giving an Eevee away. Which I did. So, yeah. So, after all the chaos has died down, does anyone say anything?
Yeah, after Mona returns to her body, she probably turns to Paprika.
Roll me a d20.
Oh.
Ah!
You very much stumble on a tree root, but you do not fall.
All right. And
he
she-
is lavishing Callie with affection, by the way.
Mona, on her way over, stops and turns to look at the bowl of chili on the ground. She kind of curry, whatever. Shakes her head and says, "I can't believe that paid off."
Well, I can't complain. I actually managed to capture a Nidorino.
Yeah, and an Eevee, which, by the way, thanks.
You're welcome. Paprika just kind of looks over at Toby. I guess you didn't want anything?
Good.
Okay.
Good opportunity for a music change. By which I mean I don't have another music.
Interesting enough that you say that, because on that note, that has been session 16 of the campaign known as Toby and Friends.
Awesome.
Works for me.
Definitely a bit more low-key. I know it feels like we ran late this time, but that's because we started late, because
Feels like we're a little earlier than we sometimes are.
sometimes I typically I've found that if I run one combat and surround it with other RP stuff, that's typically the perfect length for a session.
Nice.
This is falling just shy of 3 hours. which I think is maybe on the shorter end, but like right around 3 hours is kind of, I think, the magic amount. 4 hours if it's like a really important session, like a huge major boss fight that's super engaging. But yeah, I think this was the perfect length for something a bit lower key. We got to do little bits of character development here and there. We got a backstory. We got a reunion for 5 minutes because that went so well. And I meant like in character went so well, not out of character went so well.
Right.
Sarcasm. I just want to make sure. Anyway, enough of me.
Got to share the wonders of anime with a malleable young mind.
Oh God.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
That...
that doesn't sound manipulative or anything. I mean, to be fair, you shared it with several people.
Yes, that's true.
And yeah, next time, we may or may not be reaching, what is it, Silage Town?
Oh yeah.
Silage Town, where you can take on the next gym.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a rock type gym?
That is indeed the rock type gym.
Wow.
The only way to counter the tank.
Oh.
That's okay. I have a grass steel type.
I'm well aware.
I have an underused water type.
You do. It's also a flying type.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, next time, you guys will be taking on the gym and for continuing your journey across the Kalos region. Until then, I've been Kyle, your GM.
What's happening?
I've been Diamond.
I'm Wombat.
And we will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye.
This one, yes.